What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 300 subscribers, of course, but this is a continuation from last video. If you didn't watch the last video, go click on that. The link will probably be in the description, or it will be in the description actually. But continuing on with the list, at number 6, I have Russell Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook did a lot this era. He was a multiple-time All-Star. He won MVP. He went to the finals one time, even though he was a baby at that time. But let's just get into it. In Russell Westbrook's first season in the 2009-2010, his second season in the NBA, he averaged 16 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists. In the second season, in the 2010-2011 season, Westbrook averaged 22 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 8 assists. In the 2011-2012 season, the year they made the finals, he averaged 23.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. Which if I could remember right, this was his first All-Star appearance. In the 2012-2013 season, Westbrook averaged 23 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. These averages remained the same for about 2 years, but in the 23-14 season, I remember 2012-2013, he got injured. He missed the majority of the season because that's when Patrick Beverley did that dirty play and ran into his knee. But when he came back in the 2013-14 season, Westbrook averaged 22 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 7 assists in 46 games, getting back to himself. In the 2014-15 season, when KD went down and he had to play by himself, he averaged 28 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. And he almost dragged them to the playoffs, but he couldn't quite do it. In the next season, Westbrook had one of his best seasons, one of his most underrated seasons. He averaged 23.5 points per game, basically 8 rebounds and 10.5 assists. And this season, he was one of the finalists for MVP. Y'all can look it up if y'all want, blah, blah, blah. He was a top 5 finalist, playing with Kevin Durant. Obviously, they choked the 3-1 lead, but it's not all on Westbrook. It's on Durant, too. Durant choked. And it's on Sam Presti for not putting a good roster around them. How do you expect 2 superstar players to thrive without shooters around them? Like, come on. He had to play with Andre Roberson as his starting shooting guard. You know Russell Westbrook is not a 3-point shooter, or not a 3-point threat, basically, and you're going to put basically only defender. It's a 3 and D with no 3. It's basically a D, pause. But in the 2016-17 season, his MVP season, he averaged 31.5 points per game, basically 10.5 rebounds and 10.5 assists. And I rated this on one of my videos the best MVP season I've seen, or since 2008. But this season was just incredible. Westbrook was carrying scrubs, or not even scrubs. They had Victor Oladipo, but that's when he thrived on the Pacers. They had Sabonis before he thrives. He was playing with somebody named Alex Abrines. Go get homework on Alex Abrines. I'm not even gonna get into that, but I did a Westbrook video. I'm pretty sure I did 3. But in the 2018-19 season, in the 2017-18 season, he averaged 25.5 points per game, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. This season was a disaster for Westbrook. He got some help in Paul George and Melo. That didn't work. They lost to rookie Donovan Mitchell, and it's too much to say about that. In the 2018-19 season, they got rid of Melo. They ran it back, and Westbrook took a back seat to let Paul George be the best player. He averaged 23 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 10.5 assists. His last season in Oklahoma, when Dame hit that game winner to break up the Thunder, and I still can't watch that game winner to this day. It breaks my heart. But in Westbrook's last season of the decade, he averaged 27 points per game, basically 8 rebounds and 7 assists, playing on the Houston Rockets with James Harden, and they was looking promising before the bubble. I don't know if y'all remember, because they were nice, bro. Shit. But Westbrook's accolades speak for themselves. He was an All-Star in the 2010-2011 season, the 2011-2012 season, 2013-2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019. All-NBA in the 2010-2011 season and the 2011-2012 season. All-NBA first team in 2016 and 2017. He was the MVP in the 2016-17 season. He was All-Star Game MVP in 2015 and 2016. And he won a gold medalist in 2012. And he won a gold medal in 2010. But at number 5, I have James Harden, and you could interchange him and Westbrook, I feel like, but it's all based off opinion. But in James Harden's first season of the decade, his rookie season, he averaged 10 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. This is when he was still in Oklahoma. He was not really getting minutes like that. The 2010-2011 season, Harden averaged 12 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. The 2011-2012 season, when he officially became the 6th man of the Oklahoma City Thunder, he averaged basically 17 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. And this season is when everybody realized James Harden was way too good to be coming off the bench. Like, come on, bro. And Sam Presti did not want to give Harden his money, and which is still ridiculous to this day, as we've seen in the 2011-2012 season and the 2012-2013 season. Harden only played 4 games for the Thunder before he was traded eventually. He averaged 13.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, coming off the bench again. But once he became a full-time starter, that's when we saw the James Harden that we're accustomed to, making his first All-Star appearance and everything, I believe. In the 2012-2013 season, Harden averaged 26 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, showing why he should have been starting from the get-go, but hey, I guess it's NBA politics. In the 2014-15 season, Harden averaged 27.5 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists, and this is when he was playing alongside Dwight Howard. That duo didn't end up working out, so I guess. In the 2015-16 season, Harden averaged 29 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 7.5 assists, and Harden has always been at the top of the accolade standpoint, or the scoring, assists. He's been always on the top. He was always on top during these seasons. Like, it's crazy that when you look it up, James Harden only has 1 MVP. Because, come on, there was a lot of good players in the 2010s, but I'm just saying, if you're averaging 29 a game for 6 straight seasons, that gotta mean something. But in the 2016-17 season, Harden averaged 29 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists. So when he came second place to Russell Westbrook's MVP, obviously, this was, again, another MVP season, but it's overshadowed from Westbrook averaging a triple-double. And Harden finally got his MVP, averaging 30.5 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and basically 9 assists. And this is when they had their best chance to win, but Chris Paul went down. They missed 27 threes in a row in Game 7, and what can you do? But James Harden full-heartedly deserved this MVP, and he ran it back. He could have won MVP again this season, and he averaged 36 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, and 7.5 assists, as being his highest scoring season. And he followed that up with his last season of the decade, averaging 34 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, and 7.5 assists. And I feel like if you didn't watch this James Harden, you don't know how special he really was. Like, I'm telling you the stats, but not a lot of y'all is going to get that, bro. But James Harden's accolades in the 2010s, he was all rookie second team in 2010. He won the 6th Man of the Year in 2012, All NBA third team in 2013. I believe a 7-time All-Star. He went 7 straight, 2013 to 2020. He was a 6-time All-NBA first-team selection in 2014, 2015, and 2020. And he's considered one of the best shooting guards to ever play the game. And I made a video of comparing him to D Wade if y'all want to see that. But the next player we're going to do at number 4 is Kawhi Leonard. And a lot of y'all, I don't know, a lot of the basketball world just doesn't like Kawhi Leonard for some reason. And I don't understand. I get that he's been injured a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, but Kawhi Leonard, when he is healthy, like, come on, bro. It's just simple enough. He's a bucket. And he, not just a bucket, he does everything on the floor that you want in a basketball player. But in Kawhi's rookie season, he averaged 8 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist when he was coming off the bench. In the 2012-2013 season, Kawhi averaged 12 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 1.5 assists. In the 2013-14 season, he averaged 13 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is when he won his first finals MVP. And these stats don't say what he was doing in the finals. He was guarding LeBron James. Yes, he didn't stop LeBron James fully, but we all know Kawhi made it tough on LeBron. We all see that video when Kawhi was checking in and LeBron shook his head. But in the 2014-15 season, Kawhi averaged 16.5 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. and he continued to improve ever since that Finals MVP. In the 2015-16 season, Kawhi made his first All-Star appearance. He averaged 21 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. And I believe he won Defensive Player of the Year this season too. Or the last 2 seasons, he won Defensive Player of the Year in the 2015 and 2016. In the 2016-17 season, Kawhi averaged 25.5 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. And this is the best I've seen Kawhi Leonard. This is probably the highlights I'm going to put up on the screen right now, but man, oh man, they had a chance to beat that unstoppable Warriors team. I hope y'all know, in game 1, the Spurs were up 30 before Kawhi went down, and Zaza, dirty play. I don't even want to talk about that, bro. Just getting tight. But obviously, that would be Kawhi's last full season on the Spurs in the 2017-18 season. He didn't really play. He played 9 games. He averaged 16 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 2 assists. In the 2018-19 season, Kawhi averaged 26.5 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists playing on the Raptors. This being a one-and-done situation on the Raptors. And he ended up winning a ring, and he ended up winning his second Finals MVP. And Kawhi Leonard was considered one of the best players in the world, or top 5 player if you want to argue it. But Kawhi's accolades speak for themselves. He's a 2-time champion in 2014 and 2019, also a Finals MVP in those seasons. Defensive Player of the Year in 2015 and 2016. Like I said, he led the league in steals, and he led the league in steals in 2015, averaging 2.5 steals per game. In 2016, he averaged 2 steals per game. He was an All-Star 6 times in 2016, 2017, and 2020. All-NBA first team in 2016, 2017. All-NBA second team in 2019 and 2020. And all defensive teams basically for 5 straight seasons. But I want to know how y'all feel about these players so far. Part 3 out tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all want to see some more, there's a video on the left and the video on the right. Click on them.